sweetheart. The reason why I'm sitting in front of the Christmas tree is, as you know, we were married December 2nd, 1978, 35 years ago. I want to take you back to memory lane just a little bit. As you know, as you recall, you were raised by a stepfather who was an atheist, and your grades were failing in school, and the teachers had no hope for you bringing your grades up. Well, you proved them both wrong. Your dad was saved a month before he passed away, and you became a grade A student. We were both raised in different cities in the state of Michigan, but God brought us together. We were married in an AG church where pastors took us in and planted a lot of seeds in our lives, and also in our 3 beautiful daughters. They were the pastors that married us. Well, after our wedding reception was over, we went to get in our car, and we realized that a friend of ours' car was exactly like ours, and instead of them decorating our car, they decorated her car. So we drove off with a plain car, and she drove off with all our wedding memorabilia. So we kind of laugh about that through the years. We both have a good laugh about that. Well, also, I just want to bring back into your remembrance, we were able to build, we bought some property, and we built a house. It was a beautiful home, and the kids loved it, we loved it. And it was actually a house that we lived in before we came to Rhema. But the houses were spaced out, and we they were great neighbors. A neighbor that lived down the hill, we lived up the hill, and a neighbor that lived downhill on the corner. And one day I was visiting with her, and she mentioned to me, she said, "Your husband has a beautiful voice." And then I started thinking, I got to thinking, I thought, when did she know my husband, when did she hear my husband sing, or how did she know he sang? And then she told me that one day he was outside, she was outside in her yard, and he was singing, and when he was outside working on a car, and she said that it ministered to her, and all through the years I've remembered that, along with other people that have complimented and told me how well you sing, and your daughters, everybody that knows you know you love to sing. So I just wanted to remind you of that. You know, when people call on us, you were always there. Whatever you could do to help, you were there for them. And I admired that so much about you, Roger, and you've been like that even to this day. And I just want to let you know how much I've appreciated your inspiration to many people, including me. And I know our daughters think the world of you. And I just want to add something. I remember when you used to come home from work, and your girls were all little at the time, and when you'd come in, they'd all run, "Daddy's home!" And they couldn't reach your cheek, but they all kissed your belly. They could only reach your stomach, and they would kiss you there, and it would just thrill you. It just made your day when you came home. Roger, I just want to let you know, I love you so much. You have been such an amazing and trusted friend, a husband, a father to our 3 beautiful daughters, a grandfather to 6 awesome grandchildren, 3 girls and 3 boys, and a lover to me. I love you today, and I will love you tomorrow, and I will love you forever. You have been such an inspiration to many, and especially to me. There's so many memories and too many to count. I love you with all of my heart. I want to read one of the songs that you wrote me. And you used to always give me cards with poems. You love to write poems too, and every time I would be down, I would get out one of those cards, and I'd read it, and I'd cry again. You're just an amazing, special man. I mean, God has gifted you. But I just want to take this time to remind you and bring you back to memory on this song called Just Because. You ask why? Just because. I didn't mean it, it just happened. I fell in love. It wasn't something that I planned to do, yet I'm not sorry that I fell in love with you. And if you choose not to love me too, that won't change the way I feel. For this love I have is real. I will still love you just because. And you wrote that back in 2008. I just also want to take the time, honey, to read the scripture that we have on our wedding announcement that we picked out. And it's from the book of Ruth, chapter 1, verse 16. For whither thou goest, I will go, and where thou lodgest, I will lodge. Thy people shall be my people, and thy God my God. Happy anniversary, honey. I love you so much. I love you with all my heart. And how about another 35 years? But I know we'll keep on loving each other till Jesus comes. I love you so much. Love you, honey.